to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello and welcome to episode 157 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I'm, of course, Greg, and I'm joined by...
Oh, right, yeah. I'm Joe.
And he's Joe.
I am Joe. Obviously Joe. Always
Obviously Joe
Always Joe
Jackson.
Jackson. That's the new one.
Always Joe Jackson. How are you, always Joe Jackson?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Yeah.
I think also this week I just feel like there's been a few football games. I mean, it's again going to break the the time barrier here, but we're recording this on the Friday before the final on Sunday in the Euros. So we
Indeed.
don't want to talk too much about it because
We don't want to jinx
might have
anything.
lost. But we got to a final at this point, so happy enough. But during the England games, we've been going to Ed's to watch them.
Yeah, we haven't really
And
been.
just-
We haven't been going to the pubs or anything because we didn't
Yeah,
fancy
but
it.
it's just been a close close amount of times that I've gone to Ed's, got wasted, and got a kebab.
Yeah.
And I just feel like after not having them for all this time and they're having so many in such a short space of time, now I just feel quite.
I think I definitely feel. I definitely feel fatigued this week.
Yeah,
Is the best way I could describe it.
yeah,
It's
I'm
just
with you on that. I feel
fatigued.
quite weak and quite
Yeah.
weak and feeble. Like, yeah,
And it
it's,
wasn't
it's,
like-
it's dangerous though. 'Cause I noticed today I was trying to read my book before Lizzie and Indiana got home, and I was like half a page in, I could feel myself just nodding off.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we're not spring chickens anymore, my friend.
No, that's true. Not spring chickens. More hobbling chickens, or
Hobbling.
like hobbling, hobble down chicken.
Limping chickens.
Limping, not Olympic, limping.
Olympic chickens.
It's a good blues name, limping chicken.
No, I like an idea that there's an Olympics for chickens. That's brilliant.
Is it actually the chickens who get it, or is it the farmers and people farming the chickens?
I feel like it's the chickens that's to take part if it's the chicken Olympics. Because it'd just be the farmers Olympics if it was farmers.
Yeah. I've been watching. Me and Lizzie have been watching that Clarkson's Farm.
Oh yeah, what's that like?
It's quite funny actually. It's
I
quite.
hear,
It's also.
I hear I've seen things online about a guy called Caleb who's apparently
Oh,
quite
he's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. He's really, really funny.
I did see a bit about his Jeremy Clarkson asked him if he had a haircut, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm trying them all out.
Yeah,
And he's like,
he
what?
went-
And it's just like, well, whilst I've got hair, I'm just going to try out different haircuts. And I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so he was gutted in the last episode we watched was when like COVID hit them, because it starts in 2019 and kind of documents from there. So, halfway through is when COVID first pops up.
Yeah.
And
That wonderful reminder.
yeah, and they're talking, Caleb and Clarkson, because they're technically key workers because they're farming, so they can't continue to work.
All right.
But they were talking about, what's changed and stuff, and Caleb was like, oh, I'm really annoyed because I was meant to get my perm tomorrow. And they cancelled my appointment. They closed the hairdressers.
Gonna
I
get
was
a
really looking forward
perm.
to getting my perm. Like, that was the next one on his list to
That's
try.
fucking mad.
Was
That
the
is
perm.
so mad.
But it's interesting just seeing how it works, a lot of the farming stuff. Like
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
were as a kids, we used to go stay at a farm in the Lake District quite a lot, and you saw and learnt a lot when you were there, but I was a little kid. Now it's quite interesting watching it and just seeing like how much things cost, how much it costs to run a
yeah.
farm, and just like what he's doing in his land, what it's like having sheep, and how it's a real pain in the arse, but at the same time really nice.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Keeping sheep, and like that Caleb guy is just like, oh, I hate sheep. Yeah, you get them now. It's all like, ooh, no, aren't they nice? But at some point you're gonna find one dead in a field. It's got its head caught in the fence, and you've got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Or you've got to deal with that. Or they have babies, and the crows come down and eat their eyeballs. You've got to deal with that. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, man. It's a different. I bet it's a different fucking type of world.
It's fucking.
You've got
savage.
to deal with like the animal kingdom way more than
Yeah, exactly.
having a cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's quite in depth in that respect. But yeah, it's actually pretty interesting.
Nice.
And Clarkson is bearable in it. He's all right.
Yeah, I don't really know why everyone licks his arse so much. Really, I don't know. Like, I mean, I understand
I
people
thought everyone
like cars
hated him.
and shit. Like, but he's not.
I
He's
was
not
under
the
the
most.
impression that most people hated him. Like,
Yeah, he's not the most appealing of people, is he? Like,
I said to Lizzie during this, his girlfriend's in it quite a lot.
yeah.
And I said to Lizzie, and I was obviously thinking about it in my head, and then decided to speak out loud on it without getting her into what I was thinking about beforehand. And I just announced, out of nowhere, to Lizzie, God, having sex with Clarkson must be really horrible. And Lizzie was like, what's
Because
a
he's
weird
got
thing to
he's
say?
got a bit of a
Like,
gut on him, hasn't he? Like, he's got a bit of a gut.
just all of him. He's just an old, melted 60-something-year-old man.
Yeah, he's got one of them.
And he looks a lot.
Faces.
He looks older than 60, whatever he is. Like he looks. But yeah, Lizzie was like, "What's a weird thing to just say? Like, what a weird comment."
Welcome to mine and Ed's world, Lizzie.
Speaking of weird comments, something else she commented on the other day. So last week or whatever it was, I had this really intense dream that I really needed a piss.
Right. Okay.
Like, I can't really remember the dreams. They kept changing a lot, but I do know whenever a new dream started, my first thing was, I need to find a toilet, I need to piss, like I'm desperate. And it was me just going to various places and trying to piss, and I couldn't piss. And I didn't know I was dreaming.
Yeah.
So I'm trying all my tricks, like, shutting my eyes, focusing on like running water, or trying to focus on one sound in the room. Like all these weird things I do to try and like maybe when I can't piss to help me piss.
Yeah.
And I was really straining to the point in my dream I was like, I think I've got kidney stones.
Oh.
I must have kidney stones in my dream, like not knowing I was dreaming. The point of the story is I was really, really trying to piss throughout my entire sleep, like really giving it my all.
Yeah.
And I woke up at like 5 a.m. and was like, oh my God, I need to piss so bad right now. And I ran to the toilet and did, like the biggest piss I've done in a long time. But the point of the story is that afterwards I was just like, how did I not piss myself? Like,
What,
how?
like in your sleep?
How did I not piss? Because I was really trying,
Yeah.
really, really, really trying in my dream.
I feel like,
really giving it some welly. And how my body just wasn't, my body was like, no. We're not listening to you, mind. We know he's in bed. We're not letting him piss the bed.
We're not letting
Like,
him
I'm
piss
really
the bed.
grateful, but I just cannot believe that I didn't piss I'm shocked I didn't piss the bed.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah, and like later on that evening, me and Lizzie are watching TV, and I'm just like, oh, I still can't believe I didn't piss the bed.
Wait. Is that the first time you'd mentioned it to her?
I'd mentioned it in the
I was
morning when I
gonna
woke
say.
up, but hadn't been mentioned. So this is the point. I say that, like, I can't believe I didn't piss the bed. And Lizzie's like, Lizzie, are you still banging on about that? And I'm like, well, Lizzie, it's amazing. I just can't believe it. Like, I was really trying in my dream, really trying. Like,
Lizzie,
I
you
can't
don't
believe
understand
I
how hard
didn't-
I was trying to urinate
Yeah,
in my
I cannot believe I did not. It's amazing that my body knew not to piss the bed. And it's just like, I don't know what you want me to say, Greg. Well done for not pissing the bed. And I'm like,
Yes, that's the,
well, I guess.
a little bit of appreciation wouldn't go amiss. Thank you.
I mean, when you put it like that, then it does sound like a weird thing to want thanks for.
Yeah, it's like you don't walk out the toilet and just be like, ahem. They're not like
Well, I was just
Lizzie
really-
and Indiana aren't standing there waiting to give you a round of applause.
It was just, I was just so impressed with my own body's, didn't let me piss the bed. Because God knows I was fucking trying.
God
Like, I was
knows.
really, really trying.
Lord knows I was trying to piss the bed,
Lord knows I was trying. Really giving it some fucking way as well.
giving it 110%, giving it a good old English try. I was.
Could have happened. Because I was telling Ed about that, and Ed said about the time when I think in the old flat we was in with Sarah, and he got up in his sleep and like walked to a room, and there was like a crisp packet on the floor, and he literally just pissed onto the crisp packet. And like the noise of it just woke Sarah up, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Jesus Christ! I mean, Ed's had a series of incidents like that where he's no, well, not like that. Sorry, but he's had like sleeping incidents.
Sleepwalking,
Do you ever remember the
Not
story?
for years, but
No,
yeah,
but
he's had a
do you
few.
remember the story where he woke up like one morning or something, and his feet and like legs were dirty, or like
Yeah.
wet, and he
Yeah.
was just like, I think I went sleepwalking outside, and I was like,
Well,
how the
weird
fuck do you
thing
make
about
it?
that was that he dreamt that he was at the Camberley Estate, not Camberley, the
Cambridge Estate.
Cambridge Estate. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
dreamt
yeah.
that night he'd gone there.
That's so strange.
And
Imagine
the
if
night
he actually
woke,
just went there.
and the night he woke up with his door slamming behind him, and
God.
the slamming door woke him up, and he was outside. He'd gone all the way down those stairs and left the building, and was outside in like
Mate.
his pants.
So fucking crazy.
Just as people passing pubs were like, "Oi, oi!" and he was like, "Fuck off."
I had a sleep fight last night. I've been known to talk in my sleep, but never sleepwalk. Don't think I've ever really had like. No, actually, no. When I was younger, apparently my sister woke up in the middle of the night to find me trying to piss in her wardrobe.
It's always the wardrobe, isn't it?
Always the wardrobe.
Yeah, my mum's
Or
got
the
a
bin,
memory
maybe
of
it was
like,
a
my
bin.
granddad
I can't
doing
remember. It
that.
might have been a wardrobe or a bin, but apparently
Yeah.
she screamed, and then my mum and dad came in and stopped
No,
me.
I don't think I've ever got up and pissed in a random place in my sleep or a sleepwalk. I've talked in my sleep before. I go through phases of it, but
Yep.
not pissed or got up and wandered off and shit somewhere.
Nah.
That'd be a bad one if you started sheep shitting.
Sheep shitting.
Sleep shitting.
It's all that farming
It's
talk.
him. It's
Got
him.
sheep
the
on the
sleep
mind now.
shitter.
The sheep.
Phantom sheet slipper. Shit slipper. The shit slipper.
The shit slipper.
Just going around slipping shits in people's pockets.
The sleep.
Without
The
them
sleep
knowing.
shitter. Dom Perignon sipper.
He slips shits here. He sleeps shits there. Into jacket pockets, shopping trolleys, shoes.
Where will he shit next? Anywhere.
There's he going to slip a shit next. Could be anywhere. Look in your shoes before you put them on. The
sounds
shit
like
slipper's been out all night long.
Mate, I'm telling you, it sounds like a Ritz and Dick's villain. Ritz and
Does it?
Ritz and Dick. It's a Ritz.
Who's been
the
leaving
shit
shits
slipper.
on doorsteps?
The shit
in
slipper
slippers.
is
Who's been putting
absolutely.
shits in slippers?
It's the next villain.
Shit slipper. Sleeper. Nope.
Sleeper. Shit sleep.
confusing,
The shit sleeper.
This.
You're shit at sleeping, son. You're not good at it. It's not your thing. Try something else.
What are you really good at? Excel.
Narcolepsy, that's what I'm
What do
fucking
you
good
feel
at.
you need more improvement at? I got sleeping. I'm really shit at it.
I'm,
Oh, right, okay.
I'm good at naps. I'm good at naps.
I'm good at naps, but I'm bad at sleeping.
Yeah.
Just, oh, well. Shall we go into a bit of geese dropping, as we seem to be derailing fairly early on?
Yeah, no, yeah, but it's nice that I felt like we haven't derailed in quite some time. There was
I
so
think the
many.
last two
there's
episodes have been pure
chicken
derailment.
Olympics and shit slipping. Fucking
Which
love
also
it.
sounds
These
like
are
an
my-
Olympic event.
These are my favourite. Yeah, it's part of the chicken Olympics.
Yeah.
It's
This
the
is like
shit
the All
slipping.
Seeing Guys Olympics is just chicken. It's just one. And shit slipping.
Yeah, that's it.
Throw that in there.
Just those
Yeah.
two events, and also just for no reason at all, the 100 meters. Yeah, no.
But you got to take a hit of a bong first and get spun round 5 times and then run.
Oh mate, I want to watch that. It sounds like a Takeshi's Castle game. We have an absolute abundance of geese droppings at the moment. We've a lot of people have come through, and you and me have had a bit of a touch as well.
Yes, we did touch.
Sam sent us some. I know.
But we've got Sam sent us some written down. He sent us some audio. Ashley sent us an audio one. You've got 2. Joe actually messaged me during the week saying he had the best geese drop.
No,
which is,
no, don't hype it up. I didn't say I had it. I said it was a good one. It wasn't the best.
Well, okay, the good one. I don't mean like the best as in like the better than yours, but he was pretty happy. He was pretty happy with his find.
I feel completely different about it now. It's been 3 days.
Oh dear. Right, let's go with the geese dropping. We're snippets of a conversation heard by us or you. It doesn't matter who heard them, but they were heard. Geese dropping.
Having a listen.
Right, if you've got, so you say you've got 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
Let's crack on with one of yours then.
All right, I'll do the less good one. I was on my lunch the other day, walking across the road where Wilco's is in Kingston.
Right.
If you don't know what Kingston is or where it is, that information is completely irrelevant. But I was walking over. There was 3 girls on the side of the road I was crossing to, and I just heard one of them very, very loudly go, "I hate men, all of them."
Especially that one.
Yeah.
Points at you.
Luckily enough, I got the reason for that outburst was because she witnessed a van with 2 men in it beep at a girl that was more attractive than all 3 of them.
Oh shit.
Oh, she was
That'll
fucking...
do it.
No, she looked amazing, though.
That'll
She was
do it.
wearing gym wear. What can I say?
Oh, Reese sent me one.
Oh, cool.
My godson Reese. But I forgot. He actually put, get Joe to read this one.
Send it over.
I think maybe because it's meant to have a Somerset accent in it.
Okay.
So
Say no more, Greg. Say
send
no
it
more.
to you now. Here you go. Right.
All right.
So yeah, Reese sent me this on my godson.
I'll read out the little build up as well.
Go on then.
I had to read ahead a little bit to make sure I know what I'm reading. I was
the
down.
noise you made then.
Yeah, there was a little giggle. Leave me alone.
Little giggle.
I'm down my grands for the week in Somerset. Walking around Morrison's. I don't know why that's funny. I don't know why that's tickled me. Like it's an activity to do in the town.
Like it's a famous park.
Just
in
doing the famous walk around Morrison's.
A lap.
Obviously, football was on last night, so everyone's been drinking more. In a thick Somerset accent, I heard one lad, mid-20s, say, "I drank too much soda last night and shit myself silly."
Shitting yourself silly.
I love it. It's
Now
not
that.
no one says that anymore, do they? There's no like I've done something silly, like nothing.
And yes, it's going to get mentioned on an episode of The Bill recently. One of them used the term hissy fit.
Oh.
And the other guy was like hissy fit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I heard it on Graham Norton." I was like, "What a weird line to put in."
That is so
what a
strange.
Weird line. Like
That
this
is
guy's
so
just
strange.
discovered the word hissy fit for the first time, and the origin story of that is he heard it on Graham Norton, and someone wrote that and put it into a script for a police officer to say in The Bill. Like it's just weird, really weird.
Oh dear.
Weird.
Just like
I'm gonna go for my one.
Yeah, go for it.
So I was at the bus stop with Indiana. A woman was chatting on the phone. I think she was moaning to somebody about her kid's school, and I heard.
In my head, that's just her on the phone, just going, "Oh,
No, she's the woman that lives down my road that I'm actually pretty scared of.
oh, I know
her.
exactly. I mean, you mentioned her before."
So she was me and Janet at the bus stop, and she was screaming down this phone for most of it. And then she started talking in heavy spoilers about Fast and Furious 9. Not that I cared. But the first time, anyway, I heard her shout
That
this at the guy
warranted a
down the
phone
phone.
call, apparently.
It was a weird phone call, yeah. Well, she shouted down the phone, "I told them if this isn't sorted, then..." Hold on, I've lost it. "I told them if this isn't sorted by then, they're getting my voice from all angles. Or I go on GMTV and let Philip Schofield on them."
Why is Philip Schofield apparently the king of shaming people?
She's way scarier than Philip Schofield.
Yeah,
but she was like, "I'm telling you, I'll just sit there with a smirk on my face while he tore him to pieces."
Really? I feel like I don't know. I feel like she thinks she's capable of such things. No,
But she probably is. She seems like she could be.
she seems like she could be.
I
don't think she needs Philip Schofield in her fucking corner.
I wouldn't want to fuck with her, but I did like the also the getting my voice from all angles.
Yeah. Like she's just gonna do
That
she's like the camera
all
equipment.
angles.
She's the camera equipment in the Matrix.
She's just a bullet time camera running around them. The person listening is trying to do the Neo move from the Matrix when he first gets shot by the bullets when he does the slow motion lean back. But it's the guy trying to dodge her from all angles, shouting at her.
You ain't
Philip
gonna
Schofield, whoa, GMTV, whoa, vroom.
No.
Philip Schofield, GMTV. Amazing.
I guess I'll do my last one, and then we'll move on to like Sam.
Oh
and
yeah,
Ashley's.
crack on. Yes.
So yeah, again, I was just out on my lunch break and I heard this. You almost didn't have a grandmother, sweetheart.
What does that mean? She almost wasn't born.
You almost
didn't. You
almost
have a grandmother.
You almost didn't have a grandmother, sweetheart. That was actually the grandmother saying that to the granddaughter.
Oh right, so I assume she was ill or something along those lines.
I don't know, or like hit by a bus or something nearly.
But she said she nearly didn't have one. Yeah,
Or she was just in a very violent London gang.
Very violent London gang. Let's start with one of Sam's audios, all right?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't. I don't think I've listened to these, so this is good.
Some northern geese dropping from Sam.
We're rolling into the weekend, and I've got 3 northern geese drops for you from this week. The first one is from a lady who simply said, "That's the reason I can't have kids. I'd milk its eye out."
Poke its eye out.
One comes from a lady who was on the train who was talking to a friend who just said, I told him I'm not swallowing it, it's disgusting. I think we all know what she was referring to there. And the third one and final one from my favourite was from Thursday evening from one of the many prostitutes you see around Huddersfield, because there are quite a few, who was walking past me after being rejected by a man in a BMW. Who turned and looked to me and said, "Oh, we can afford a BMW, but you can't afford this ride."
That's fucking brilliant.
I love the first one. The first one is like, that's the reason I can't have kids. I'd poke its eye out.
Yeah.
Sam did apologise for the audio in the background there. He was sat in Costa. I didn't actually really notice it until that time.
Shame on
just
you.
hear loads of clanging and plates.
Oh, God. That last one's fucking great. You can afford a BMW, but you can't afford this ride. Mate, love, don't be comparing yourself anything close to a BM fucking W, yeah?
Yeah, you probably indicate before turning left. BMWs don't.
Do you make noises when you reverse?
What? Like all BMWs do.
I think it's like a standard thing, isn't it?
Step back.
The beepy noise.
That's Huddersfield has some epic geese dropping potential up there, doesn't it?
Shall we
Fucking
go?
hell.
Shall we go?
Just go there with a net and just.
Should we just
catch
go?
all
Like
these
we'll
geese
just go.
drops.
Like when I've got a weekend off, we'll just go and we'll spend Saturday there. I can't wait to see the prostitutes. In all honesty, I've never seen one before. Just in the street. That's exciting.
Wow.
Have
I
you?
went to a whole street of them in Copenhagen. Yeah, I told you I saw that woman, that guy and woman come out from behind that skip, and she was like putting her knickers back on.
Mate, no,
and he was like, and he was like, bye, and got on his bike and rode off. But they were all up and down this road.
I've never seen just like a woman of the night.
Oh wow.
Well, like
wow.
I've never. I mean, I've been in London, and I've probably walked past some and not realised it. But I've never just like walked past and just like, that girl would take my money for sexual favours.
Can I get a selfie with you?
Yeah. I've never met a
seen one of
prostitute
you before.
I mean that.
I've never seen one before.
Maybe that is a great prank. It's like, hi, this is my trip to London. I've just seen a prostitute. And she's like, I'm not a fucking prostitute. I was like,
sorry.
Well, this is
You're a
embarrassing.
prostitute. Oh, no, I'm not looking for sex. I just want to know.
I've never met one before.
Could you pretend you are, just so I can say I've met one?
I'll blur your face.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a couple more from before we're doing Sam's next audio. Here's a couple he sent us written down.
Yep.
The Taiwanese way of writing really confused me. Confused me too, I think, as well, actually.
Isn't it? They
I
go
think
like
one of
they
the
go right
reasons
to left,
China,
don't they?
I think one of the reasons China has to be so isolated is that people saw the language and said, fuck that.
Oh God! Oh, that's made me feel really warm. That laugh.
Oh,
I feel.
look at that Chinese
that
language.
That laugh has
Fuck that.
really made me feel hot.
Fuck that Chinese language.
Oh God! Well, they go right to left, don't they?
Do they?
I think that's right. Or it's Japanese.
What do you mean they go
Well,
right to left?
right to left.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
So like all like the fucking Japanese comics and stuff. All the panels.
Yeah, I used to have some as a kid.
Right to
Yeah,
left.
and they were hard. They were confusing to read at first. Yeah.
I didn't want to. I just said Japanese comics because I don't know out of hentai and manga which one is the porn. So I just.
I think they both dabble, maybe.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
There was one there was a manga one I used to read. We used to get it from a cheap bookshop. They used to have loads and loads of books of them. Iron Fist Chimmy, I think it was called. and that went from back to front, like a comic book. That wasn't porn, by the way. That wasn't porn. Like this one from Sam again. This is a really short one.
I think the cat's dead. Was a Geezedrop I heard today.
Poor cat. I hope that cat's not dead.
Huddersfield, Geezedrop gold mine.
Oh, mate, sounds like it, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
Oh, let's go. Let's just go.
Let's go. Right, and to wrap up Geezedropping, we
won't even tell Sam.
Just telling him that we won't even tell him until after we've got back.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, you're right. Or we just go into where he works and pretend to buy something.
We'll do Geezedrops that week and just be like, oh, I heard this one in Huddersfield. And he'd just be like, what the fuck?
yeah, we'll follow him round and try and catch Geezedrops from him.
Oh, that'd be good.
He'll be like, what the hell's happening?
We'll get disguises.
Ashley sent us another one. Been a while. Here we go. Give this one a play.
So
So this one is from the wonderful city of Costa del Welling Garden City. And essentially it just went like this. So I glued his hand to the desk and fucking left him there. Cunt.
I'm glad to see that Joe took a swig of his drink as it started and then just spat it all out and just literally his head just disappeared from the little Skype window here.
That's great. That is fucking great. I want to hear the rest of that story.
It's a good one, yeah. I
so
glued
good.
his hand to the table and left him there. I mean, it sounds horrendous.
Yeah, it sounds awful, but like at the same time, it's kind of great.
It is, I guess so. Yes. Not
But
that happened to you, but it's good to hear.
the sort of prank you'd see in like a teenage like movie.
Yeah,
One
like
of those- But then they get in trouble for it because people start gluing hands to tables.
it becomes like a
causing-
TikTok thing. People start doing it,
Yeah.
and then everyone's fucked.
Well, I'm gonna go back to drinking my spat out drink now.
My spat out. What you got there going on there? Some whiskey?
Always.
That'd be a good
whiskey.
name brand for whiskey. Always.
No,
that's
because that's
isn't it?
tampons, mate. What are you talking
Still,
about?
you can call it always whiskey. Joe's always whiskey.
You know why that has potential to do well? Because people will make memes.
We could literally do the
People
exact
will make
same
memes.
adverts that they do for tampons for the whiskey.
Yeah, but there's usually like
it can cut to you coming out your front door in your roller boots, going, "I like rollerblading at 3 in the morning," and then cut to you just necking whiskey before you do it. Like,
they just cut to me prior, just like headbanging and drinking whiskey. And
I
like,
felt so
listen-
confident walking down the aisles of the shopping today, and then cuts before to you just necking whiskey before you go.
It just cuts
Like-
back and forth between me like listening to hardcore music and just like pounding whiskey and headbanging.
Just
and-
take any adverts for tampons, and we'll just repurpose it exactly the same for the advertising for your always whiskey.
Well, and also we'll right in the middle of it as well. We'll still just get a tampon, but we'll pour whiskey into it.
And squeeze it out.
Yeah, just to confuse you further in the matter that we may possibly be a tampon
Our
company.
whiskey cocktails are not complete without a tampon.
I feel like we'll probably get taken to court by Always.
Taken into court by who? Always, yeah, makes sense.
We'll probably. There's probably like a copyright or something that will.
We'll have to try and spell it differently.
How are you going to
Waves. All waves. No.
All waves?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Always, no,
figure it out.
always, but it's ways.
Marketing's
It's
problem.
ALWAIS.
It's marketing's problem, not ours. They deal with it. Get me marketing on the phone.
Oh, this is the Greg and Joe conglomeration.
Hello, this is Martin King for marketing. Excellent. I need some of your marketing wizardry, please.
This is Mark. This is Mark Etting.
We've taken an idea for whiskey and just somehow lined up with tampons. It's your problem now.
Mark Etting from marketing. What are you doing?
Where are we with the tampon whiskey? You throw so many random ideas at me, guys. I'm not there yet.
Guys, this is the 75th idea today.
I'm still figuring out what pies to use for pie chart images you asked me to figure out.
I'm also just trying to figure out the 10 events in the Chicken Olympics that you've just come up with. Like, for fuck's sake, guys, chill out a bit. No, let's talk about the pie chart conversation, because that was fucking great. And I know it's just a conversation we had, but I want to share it with everyone.
It was a ridiculous conversation because we were discussing if you were looking at a pie chart to do a presentation or something. You know, if you were to use an actual picture of a pie.
Oh, no, I
above
thought it was an actual
with-
pie that we were talking about.
Well, we were saying if you were going to get a pie chart and you were going to use, I'm just going to example it and use an actual pie for the picture and like cut slices out the pie to show the percentage of the pie chart, what would be the best pie?
No, dude, we were
use for a pie
talking
chart.
about using actual pies, not pictures of them. Just like bring
I
in
know, but I know,
bring
I
in
know,
an
I know,
actual pie.
I know. Yeah. I'm just explaining it to listeners before we go
right,
in.
so like a pie, a pie chart, like an
yeah.
actual thing, yeah.
You know, if you were to use an actual pie instead of a pie chart, what would be the best type of pie to use?
Yeah.
Is what we're discussing.
And it went
Now-
deep as well. We were talking about crust. We were talking
Yeah,
about
because I was
what
going
filling.
more for just like it. I was saying I don't like pork pies, but a big pork pie would actually hold shape
It
and
would.
have really straight cut
It would be
slices
it would be
to show
sweet.
the
It'd be
percentage.
like a fucking hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
It,
I don't like to eat them, but I was just saying for the sake of using it to show percentages, it would be good. But then we got into dessert pies and stuff, and then the game changed
We
a
went
bit.
from pork pie into like, but what about like pies, like a steak and ale or something? And it's just like, well, I mean, that
Ingredients
works,
fall
but
out.
like all your filling's going to fall out the side, which is exactly what happens when you have a pie. All your filling fucking goes out. And then I just confused things further by bringing in dessert pies to it, and it was just like, whoa, hang on a minute, like.
That did make sense, though. I think we weren't a winner of dessert pies. I think you could use one of those as a good pie
the
chart.
Consistency within it is strong enough to not. I mean, obviously, like if it's
Depending on how
heated
well
up,
it's made.
if it's heated up, it's going to probably like flip out a bit.
Oh yeah, I mean you use a frozen one. Yeah, but you don't want to do that.
yeah,
though.
I know frozen, but at least chilled.
Or a nice freshly made pie, please.
Yeah, but I was thinking like cherry. I think like a cherry pie was probably the better choice. And I don't even like like sweet pies. I don't
No, nor do I.
like them. Not my thing.
No, not
my
my
thing.
thing either. But for the sake of it being a decent pie chart, then I'm open to getting them involved. Get them in here.
So then obviously the scenario came through our heads of just like, well, before we even have to do our presentation, we're doing a separate presentation about which pies are the best pies to use for our pie chart. It was so ridiculous. But this was in between the we had about 3 hours to kill in between the England Czech Republic game and the previous one. And
Right, yeah, of course,
we got there pretty quickly, I think.
We did, yeah. Sarah was very confused listening to us.
I
I got very confused as a whole that night.
She was in the room like on her phone like that, and then I just remembered seeing her like pan away from her phone and just be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" And then straight faced, you were just like, "Well, obviously we're talking about which pies we would use in a pie chart presentation." Like,
Exactly.
haven't you been listening, Sarah?
Yeah, God, obviously not been listening.
You've been
It's
involved in this.
obviously
You've been involved in this conversation the entire time.
pie charts. I don't miss those. That's for damn fucking sure. So last episode, what I had prepped made more sense because I talked about visiting Chessington World of Adventures,
Yeah.
and then I had like sort of a Chessington thing, and then sort of like theme park stuff related to follow. But then we talked a lot last week, and that didn't happen.
It's a
But I still
podcast.
talked
What
about
do you
Chessington
want?
World Adventures. So now it doesn't. Now the content here doesn't really make as much sense in the content, but in context. But considering it's here, I'm still going to mention it.
Yeah.
So I said I was went to Chessington World Adventures recently, and then literally a couple of days later, an article was posted about the amazing lost Chessington World Adventures rides that we remember from the 80s and 90s.
Oh, okay.
And I was curious to see. Now, funny enough, the first ride on this list is the Vampire Ride, which isn't lost. It's still there.
Yeah, it's literally the spine of that entire fucking
Like-
place.
It's still there. It was in 1990s. So it was after the times they were even talking
Yeah.
about. But they do say how when the Vampire arrived at Chessington, and this changed everything in the UK theme park market.
Well, it was like the first. I think it was like the first kind of theme park ride where you weren't like you were underneath like the rail.
Which it wasn't at first. And then they changed it.
Okay.
But it was the first suspended swinging roller coaster in the country that paved the way for. It was always that way, but your legs weren't always free.
No,
were they?
you were. Although you were suspended, you were within like a
That's what I
carriage
meant.
in the shape of a bat.
But now your legs hang loose.
Now your legs hang loose. Yeah.
So yeah, it was the first suspended swinging roller coaster in the country, and it paved the way for rides such as Nemesis and Nemesis Inferno.
Yep. Which is exactly the same ride but with fire.
And it was a weird time in the 90s of Chessington World Adventures because they were doing their best to keep up with Alton Towers and Thorpe Parks as their rides became a lot more, not extreme, but hair-raising.
Yeah, no,
But-
they were entertaining.
But then it took a while for Chessington World Adventures to eventually kind of realise, you know what, we'll just stick to kind of being a family park with a lot of stuff for kids
Yeah.
more than anything else.
I mean, they had
And
like
a zoo.
they had Ramesses Revenge. That was
yes, Ramses Revenge,
because it was
and that's
just
now Croc Drop.
that's
It's there now.
Yeah, and it was just like a load of fucking twirling around.
Oh yes,
That was
it's like being in a washing machine, I imagine.
They had, I don't know if it's on your list, I'm sure it is, but they had the Samurai. That was their other.
Samurai. I remember the Samurai. I remember going on that. That was one of those rides that I never would have ever gone on. And then I was too embarrassed to tell my friends that I was too scared to go on it. So
Yeah.
I went on it with them and ended up loving it.
Yeah.
And ended up really especially if I was at the end. Loved it.
I'm sure if I went on a ride that went upside down, I probably would fucking love it. But it's just one of those things that you just get the fear. I was just like,
He's got the
we
fear.
used to go to Thorpe Park for my birthday, and then my mate at school had his birthday in May, and then we would go to Chessington for his birthday, and they'd all want to go on Ramesses Revenge, so I just get lumbered with like 6 backpacks and bags and jackets, and they'd queue up for like 45 minutes, and then like just flipping me the fucking finger and shit all the way around. I was like, yeah, whatever, man, I can chuck your bag into that water pretty fucking
Yeah, I'm
easy,
cool.
man.
I'm fine. This is my own ride.
Yeah.
Riding your bags is riding my own ride.
But because it was like a yearly thing and stuff, like we kind of sort of like I do remember like the years, because obviously like Samurai came in, and then I think after that maybe before it, they had the Rattlesnake ride, which is still there but under a different name. So I do remember.
So it was called something before the Rattlesnake, wasn't it? It was Rattlesnake. Now it's called something else.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
But I do remember some of the big changes they made.
Yeah, they changed quite drastically over a short space of time. But they were saying the first forgotten ride on here is Professor Burp's Bubble Works.
Yeah.
And that was apparently a titan of the UK's theme park rides. I never quite really understood the story, but I suppose it's quite simple. A brilliant adventure into a fantasy world of fizzy pop with a crazy Professor Burp unveiling the story behind the magical drink.
You mean
Wow, so this ride opened in 1990 and remained open for 26 years.
Yeah, man.
Before they pulled the plug on it in 2016 and just turned it into the Gruffalo ride. Which, you know, as a ride, for kids and stuff, is a much better looking ride.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun as Bubble Works for an adult.
I mean, I remember going on it, and like but it is just like it's just an indoor sort of. It's not as intense, not intense, but like it's not like a River Rapid sort of thing, but it's the same.
It's basically Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but with a soda pop.
Yeah, and not like a creepy man just being like, "Is it raining? Is it pouring?"
I remember there was a bit on the ride where had the little bubbly purple men that worked in there, like their version of Oompa Loompas, I guess.
Yeah.
And there was a bit where one's on a toilet, and he obviously is doing a fart, and he lifts up a meter, like a gauge, as he goes up.
Yeah,
and I can't remember
yeah.
what all the steps were, but I remember the top one was Pant Spiller. Might have been Pant Splatter. No, I think it was Pant Spiller.
Was it
Like,
shit?
just-
Was it shit spiller?
That's pretty much what I imagine. It's just overflowing your briefs, overflowing with shit. You just kind of stood at the counter in Starbucks, paying. And all of a sudden, you're like, it's just pouring out of your trousers.
Oh, you have to.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
can
pants
only
spilling right
apologise
now.
that I've shit my pants.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm pants spilling right now. And then you turn and slip in your own shit.
Mate, we were talking about shitting ourselves at
Shit
fucking work the other day,
slipper.
and I remembered I think you definitely remember this, but you weren't there present for it. But like this is when I was working at H&M, and I got back to Kingston. I'd finished early because I was doing the early start, so I finished at about 3:00. Got back to Kingston. I was like, I'm having some beers, and I had like 3 beers in like an hour and a half, and then I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go home. We'll probably be back later. And I got home, needed a piss, and I farted and I shit my pants standing up, and I was just like, oh, why has that happened?
Oh no!
And it was just like it was like I had to finish weeing, and I was still just like, oh, I just can fucking feel it. But it was all just fucking like watery and horrible. And I was just like, so I had to waddle because my jeans as well were like I hadn't like what's the point? Is I got your jeans fully down. It was just like just got my dick out, so my jeans are still fully up. So it was all inside my boxes, all inside my jeans. I had to waddle to the toilet, which was like right next to waddle to the bathroom where the sink was, just to wash my hands, and then just like remove my fucking clothing and just like still with like a t-shirt on and like my backpack. I was just in the shower, just like washing myself. I was like, this is terrible, man. Like I was fucking 30 years old or some shit.
Oh wow!
what was it? It was like 5 years ago. I was like 32.
Jesus.
I was like, fuck. Like, why has this happened? It was so because I've never had that. I've never had that before, and I'm not blaming the pub, but 3 pints probably didn't help.
No.
in an hour and a half.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What pub were you in again?
Huh?
What pub were you in again?
Cox.
Oh, right, fucking hell.
Oh,
Jesus
mate,
Christ.
I was fine. I was absolutely fine in there. Like, my stomach as well was not, like, having any troubles or
Just
anything like
something's
that.
gone right through you.
It's just fucking, mate.
For some reason, I kept thinking about the old school theme, you know, they can shoots at your bum like a bullet from a gun. Diarrhea.
Oh, yeah, man.
Diarrhea. Looks kind of nice. Think I have another slice. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Why are yours, like, why are yours so nice? I remember, like, what was it?
Nice. There weren't that. There were other ones.
What I needed was a spade to remove what I had laid. Diarrhea. That was quite...
There was one about it going down into your sock, but I can't quite remember how that one ended or how it got there.
I feel like cock's going to get brought into that.
It was all frowned upon.
Yeah, of course.
Ramesses Revenge. We mentioned Ramesses Revenge already. Now, does it say what year this opened? Wow, guess what year that ride opened?
What, Ramesses Revenge?
Yeah.
I
Or if you're not sure what year it opened, stab a guess at how long you think it was open for.
want to say like 95 or 97.
Wow. 95 is correct.
Oh, yes, come on.
24 years it ran for.
Wow.
Although I didn't go in it for the last few because I just didn't trust the fucking look of it. And you just heard so many horror stories about it being welded together every morning before opening.
The last time I went there was like 2018, and the ride was not up and running.
A lot of time it was closed, and you would just see so many people's things in the bottom of it.
Yeah,
as well.
man.
I remember seeing someone's change will fall out quite often. Like, it's pretty full on. Now, this ride, it wasn't even really a ride, but I'd forgotten all about this, and I used to love this at Chessington. The old Skyway monorail they used to have.
Yeah, I remember that.
That big yellow track used to go. I remember walking underneath
used to
that
go,
and some oil
Yeah.
dropped off it and went over my Chelsea shirt, and it never came out. I was devastated.
I remember, because it used to go, it was a good way of seeing like all the animals and stuff.
Yeah,
Because it used to go above all the animals. I was on, mate, again, a birthday fucking thing or something. Me and my mates were on it, fucking broke down. We were stuck.
It did break down quite a lot towards the end of its time.
We were stuck up there for like half an hour, just like,
Wow.
luckily enough, like not above anything too fucking terrifying. I think we were above
like
like
the lions.
a goat. Like, it was just like, why they? What was like? They had a goat, but why just one? Like, why not just get like at least like
They've got
7?
more than one now. Did somebody come and talk to you straight away as soon as it stopped? Did we know you're stuck there?
Oh god, there was some sort of tannoy fucking thing or something. They got into it and just sit tight. We're working as fast as we can. And then I think we got off and they gave us some vouchers or some shit. So that was lunch covered.
Oh fucking hell, lunch sorted. I used to like that monorail.
Yeah, it was good.
It was just
good.
nice and chill out for a bit. Apparently, it was 10 minutes long the ride. Just chill out. I can just
When
above it all fall. It was a good look at the animals and a good look at the scene above and behind the buildings or the rides and stuff as well. You'd be like, oh look, there's one of the carts from Bubble Works just lying in that back alley. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I remember, what was it? We went to Alton Towers once as well. And but we parked on one particular side. That meant we had to get like a monorail in, but the monorail went over the entire park, so you got to see all the rides and shit.
Oh,
and
cool.
like the place wasn't like open yet, so they were just doing all the ride tests. And it was fucking cool. Like, I mean, I saw the Nemesis, which I had spent the entire holiday saying that I was going to go
Your
on.
nemesis.
And I saw it, and I was like, fucking hell, that's fast. And I pussied out. I was like, nope, not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Well, funny enough, this next ride, I was such a pussy when I remember going with Cubs, which was Chessington World of Adventures, and the only ride I would go on at that age, I can't remember what it was, but I was in Cubs, was the Bubble Works. I wouldn't even go on what's next on the list, the Runaway Mine Train. I since obviously have many times, but as that point as a kid, I hadn't had my breakthrough moment yet where out of embarrassment of being scared, I went on a massive roller coaster in Spain.
Yeah.
And then was like, oh, actually, it's okay, and then was all right. But up to that point, I was like, oh no, I'm not going on that. Runaway Mine Train, which actually opened in 1987 and was the theme park's first roller coaster. It closed down in 2013 and reopened in 2014. Not really reopened, but reimagined as the Scorpion Express.
Yeah.
Which I haven't even looked at. The last few times I've been, I've not really looked. But technically, this ride is now in its 33rd year.
Wow. Yeah, that.
Doesn't make me want to go on it anymore.
No, not at all. You know what?
Terratomb.
You know what?
Like,
I'm actually
yeah.
one of the worst rides that I really don't enjoy going on at Thorpe Park is the Flying Fish, which is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, the
right?
roller coaster.
It seems ridiculous, right? But that thing, if you are sat in one of those compartments on your own, every time it's happened, I felt like I was going to fucking vomit because you get thrown around like you're in a goddamn car crash. Like, it is bad. Yeah. And then, like, I remember we were on it once, and it's like you do like 2 laps, and then you fucking stop, and I was just like, "What? Run down. I can hold it together." Fucking God. I remember being on it once, and I was on my own in this fucking compartment, and it was coming into the end of the place, and then the guy on the tannoy just went, "What's that? One more lap? Like a third lap?" And I just went, "No!" I was just, mate, I was so bummed out. We went on a third time, and I was like, I'm never going on this fucking ride again.
Well, this one actually ride I've never gone on again was Terratomb, which I actually liked when that first opened in Chessington World of Adventures. It was kind of like a weird Indiana Jonesy, not more like the Mummy actually, sort of. And you're trying to get that jewel. You're following that guy trying to get that jewel.
That ride definitely freaked me out. I can't even remember if I properly went on it.
It's like an Egyptian one.
Yeah,
and there's at one point there's the boulder rolling down that goes over you. That's why I always think of Indiana Jones when I used to go on it. So that became the Terratomb, or actually the Forbidden Tomb. I thought it was called Terratomb, later renamed Forbidden Tomb. That opened in 1994. But beforehand, it was a ride, which I don't remember, called Fifth Dimension, which opened in 1987. Huh. And apparently on this ride, park riders sat in little cars that were taken on a journey through space following a television repair robot.
Nah, it doesn't say. I can see where they replaced it.
But now, after then it became Terratomb. Now it's, what they say it's called now? Forbidden Tomb. And you literally have like guns, lights. You're going through it, but the animatronics aren't telling the story anymore.
It's dated. It's fucking dated.
You're like shooting lights.
Yeah.
But it seems to do very well. But I was always a big queue for it. Me and Indiana watched a vlog of someone at Chessington World of Adventures the other day, and he went on it and was like, "Oh, I love this ride!" Like, so there you go. I haven't been on it since Terratomb closed.
No, I don't think I can't. I mean, I have a vague memory of it, and I definitely remember crying, but I don't know if I was on. I don't know. I can't remember it too much. I think I've just suppressed that memory into a tumour. It is just gone. I can't remember if it's Thorpe Park or if it's Chessington, but do you remember a ride that was like you're in like a boat, and then you're going around this little sort of like water path thing, and then you go into like a boat shack, and inside it, like Rupert the Bear's playing, like they did that Rupert the Bear. Yeah, I feel like it's Chessington. There was like that Rupert the Bear song that Paul McCartney did about like all the frogs and stuff. That's not just some weird like some weird thing from my childhood that I've just created, right? There's a thing called the frog song.
The frog song.
The frog song.
We had it on vinyl,
but it's to do with like Rupert the Bear is in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had it. We had the song on vinyl.
There was a ride in Chessington that you went into this you're in this boat. It goes into this boat hut, and then the frog song starts playing, and there's all these frogs and everything around you, all fucking singing. And I remember having just the absolute fattest breakdown as a child inside that fucking thing because it scared the shit out of me.
That at all. I'm trying to Google. I'm not annoying. I'm looking at my phone trying to Google.
It's just one of those things. Again, like it's so fucking long ago that I'm not sure if it's just like my just suppressed fear that I've just made into like an actual
I'm not
event.
sure if it was Chessington because it's not coming up for Chessington at all.
Really?
Rupert the Bear theme park stuff's coming up, but not for Chessington World of Adventures.
Interesting.
But it also kind of rings a bell with me, which is strange. Try. What about Rupert the Bear Magic Show?
Ugh.
Opening year 1980. Oh, that was 1986. That was at Magic Show in Festival Park. Wasn't in theme park. Okay. Rupert the Bear. Yeah, no, but I definitely remember the frog song. We had that on vinyl. But I don't remember it being at Chessington World of Adventures.
Huh, okay.
There's Samurai. Hello. So what year did Samurai open then?
Samurai was like 2000?
Doesn't even say.
Really?
The Samurai was only at Chessington for around 4 years before it shipped off the theme park, to Thorpe Park.
It went to Thorpe Park?
Yeah, I remember being told they sold it to Thorpe Park, yeah. No, this is the last ride they have on there, and I remember this ride, the Magic Carpet.
Oh yeah, man.
I never went on that fucking thing. I never went on it.
I didn't fancy
Again, that
it.
was one of those rides that I was told was just so shit, like dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, then a woman fall
I mean,
out
you
of it
could
or
fucking
something.
hear it and shit, man. Like, even if you were
It just
walking
looked
past it, you could just
so-
fucking hear it.
It looked sketchy as fuck, that
Yeah,
ride.
man. It looked like it was fucking made out of Rizzlers.
It looked sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
I swear somebody fell. I mean, that could have been one of those rumours, but I seem to recall somebody fell off it. But that could just be one of those made up, kid things.
Do you remember X No Way Out?
Yeah, I went on that a few times. That's the one that goes in the dark and backwards.
Yeah,
right?
like that was like the most groundbreaking thing when like it. I mean, we went there like we had the like activities fucking week at school like towards the end of the year, and it was just like you could choose to go places, and one of the ones was Thorpe Park. And
Nice.
me and two mates went there and just fucking. It was so dead. We just rinsed the rides all fucking day. And
That's what you want.
It's exactly what you want. It was fucking glorious. But yeah, it was it was all like in a pyramid, and like it's just like all this sort of spacey sort of theme. They make it seem like it's so fucking mysterious, but it isn't. It's just backwards and in the dark. Like,
Yeah, I remember seeing it, the lights on, and then you saw the flashes. You can just see just the room with a track in it.
yeah,
I just saw an article just now. I just opened on it, and it was like things if you worked or went to Chessington World of Adventures a lot as a kid, you would definitely remember these things.
Yep.
Like, and I just skipped through a bunch of them. Number 5 was being told off for standing up in the bubble works. I
Yes.
got told off quite a lot for that.
Every
Not even standing,
time.
more leaning out and splashing the water over you.
yeah.
And then number 6, what we were just talking about, the distinctive whirring sound of, that wasn't me stuttering, that's what it says here, whirring sound of the Magic Carpet ride.
It was that
Yeah.
every time. It was just running on empty, that fucking ride.
And, sitting at the back of the Black Buccaneer, Smuggler's Galleon it was then.
Yeah.
Well, at the back where you literally stood when it went up and put your hands in the air.
Yeah.
That was
The
the big
that was, 'cause
swinging
that
boat.
was the peak of it was at the back, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was where you really went to stand up, like arch your back and stand up straight.
I-
The chewing gum tree and the vampire ride queue. Yeah,
Oh,
that disgusting
fucking yeah.
tree. I definitely added some chewing gum to that over the
I feel like
time.
everyone did, yeah.
Fucking definitely.
I remember the
Yeah,
first
that.
time I went on the vampire ride, my friend had to convince me to go on it, and I was just like, it doesn't go upside down, right? And he's like, no, not at all. I can promise you, I absolutely promise you, you're really going to enjoy this. And I did. It's still one of my favourite rides. And we got on it, and we're queuing up, and he's just like, all right, we've got to go at the front, man. I was like, fine, all right, whatever. Like, you're the boss, like, you understand what's going on. And then we get in, we're strapped in, and as soon as the cart moves, he just goes, I lied, it goes upside down. And I was just like, like...
But it didn't. So
No,
you're
it
okay.
didn't at all. But he didn't tell me when it was going to happen. So obviously it got to the end and I was like, you fucking lied. And I was like, yeah, I did. Didn't you enjoy that? And I was like, no, it was horrible. I was waiting the entire time to be upside down.
I forgot there used to be a Beano Land there.
Oh, that only lasted a little
Adventures.
while though, didn't it?
Yeah, Beano Land. God, I
Beano
forgot
Land.
all about that.
Does anyone still
Land.
buy the Beano? I can't believe the
I don't
Beano
know.
still
They
exists.
kind of like reimagined themselves now. Like it used to pop up on LinkedIn all the time. Jobs they had there. LinkedIn was used to try and advertise them to me. In fact, I think a guy from the Beano messaged me once. on
You could
LinkedIn
work for the
about a
Beano.
possible job. But it was very different. It wasn't like the magazine. It's all digital and different now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to be honest with you, I don't know enough to comment on it, but I'm fairly sure it was the same Beano.
Mm-hmm.
So, little whiz through memory lane there of old fucking rides from Chessington World of Adventures leads me onto this one I want to talk about. This wasn't built, just a man designed it. Man designed a Euthanasia Coaster that you only ride once.
Yeah, dude, I heard about this shit. This is, mate, this is dark. Like, this is...
It is fucking really dark. A man once designed a Euthanasia Coaster, which is, well, exactly what it sounds like. The imagined ride was dreamt up in 2010 by designer, right, here we go, Julie Jonas, or Bonus, from Lithuania, who built it as a hypnotic death machine in the form of a roller coaster engineered to humanely, with elegance, take the life of a human being.
Hypnotic Death Machine sounds like an album from that metal band Five Finger Death Punch. It's just so unoriginal.
Yeah, it does,
like,
yeah.
so unoriginal, like, just for fucking plebs.
In a recent TikTok video, user Luke Davidson shared details of the deadly roller coaster, saying you only ride it once. He continued to say, Julie Jonas Ubonus designed the roller coaster called the Euthanasia Coaster. It is capable of holding up to 24 passengers. Once they're all on board, there's a slow descent to the top, which is 510 metres into the air. That's a little bit smaller than the tallest building in America.
Jesus Christ, that's tall. That is fucking tall, though, isn't it?
That's tall. Once they're at the top, it gives everyone the decision to stop and go back down safely. After that, everyone has to manually press a button to start the ride. It then falls at a speed of 223 miles per hour, goes through 7 loop-the-loops that start getting smaller. According to Eurobonus website, he is an artist, designer, researcher and engineer, found the Lithuanian Space Agency and associate professor at the Academy of Arts. He explains, riding the coaster's track, the rider is subjected to a series of intense motion elements that induce various unique experience, from euphoria to thrill, and from tunnel vision to loss of consciousness, and eventually death. The project was first awarded the Public Prize of New Technological Art of Update in 2013, and has become a unique media phenomenon since it was unveiled in 2010. So this obviously wasn't made, but it doesn't really. You relax and press the full button, whiz swish, the ultimate surrender to gravity.
I like the idea that it's just like, there's two things I really like, is that the descent is so big that you've got time to think about if you really want to go through with this, which is great, which means that once you get to the top, you should just be like, bing, I'm ready for fucking death. The other thing I like is the potential of just like someone eagerly pressing the button and then just like, it's like ding 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 ding, and then just and they're like, oh, you get off the fucking ride,
Let me die.
I'm ready to die, god damn it.
Your body spins around the heart while you fall.
Wow.
Gravitational choreography.
Wow.
The track then straightens as rider enter the coaster's 7 loops, during which it says their body becomes immobilized. What does that mean? Their face starts dropping down and breathe. Yeah, they've written boy here. Their body becomes immobilized. Their face starts dropping down and breathing requires more effort. But most probably you were already unconscious as the force rushes the blood to the lower extremities of the body, thereby causing oxygen deficiency to the brain. That is...
I just want to say as well, I really hope at some point during that ride there's a photo opportunity.
I just love that, yeah, for the funeral.
Yeah. It's just a body, just like...
What an insane way to, like, choose to, if that's how you wanted to... I want to, I've got terminal cancer, I want to die, I'm going to go to Lithuania and go on the death roller coaster to kill myself.
I like the idea of someone...
That would scare me even more, because you go on a roller coaster with a little bit of fear you might die. Imagine getting on a roller coaster knowing you're going to die.
Yeah, I also like the idea of it being a potential death penalty option. It's just like, look, you have done some very, very bad things. I'm afraid we're going to have to give you like the death penalty as your prison sentence, but you're going to be able to choose how you die. I mean, any fucking idiot would not choose a death coach and just be like, I just choose like natural causes. If that's okay, I'll stay in prison, but I want my death penalty to just be natural causes. Or just like they just be like, look, you can have the electric chair.
Everyone just sits there and watches you, and you get strapped into the chair.
Yeah,
and then everyone just goes and sits down and waits.
Yeah,
for natural causes to go.
It's like, ooh. But there's always like a guy in like a big black mask, and they're actually just waiting, just like. Close the curtains, god damn it. They're just like, or it's either that or they're just like, look, you can have electric chair, you can have lethal injection, or you can have the death roller coaster, alright? What's it going to be?
Death by high fives.
Those are the options in internet court.
It's hilarious. After I finished that article on the death coaster, the next headline beneath it was, man finds out hard way that you shouldn't tumble dry dildos.
What website were you on?
Lad Bible.
Of course, it's fucking Lad Bible. Of course.
Oh my god, the 25-year-old who is due to star in the upcoming LGBTQ reality show, Slag Wars.
I can only hope that Slag Wars is the complete copy of Robot Wars.
Yeah.
And it's just like three blokes on it, like three nerdy blokes who have just built a slag and put it into an arena. And then you got the house slags.
The house slags.
Craig Charles is there.
Oh, God.
Because of course he is.
Because of course, why wouldn't he be there? Why wouldn't he be
I love that. That's fucking Slag Wars, man. I fucking love that. I like the idea that one of them is literally, instead of fingers, it's just got dildos, and that's its weapon. And that's why he was tumble drying them, and that's why the tumble dryer broke.
Slag Wars. I don't even understand.
Slag
It doesn't go
Wars.
into any more. I imagine it's like Drag Race or something. Like
Slag Wars. Not like I love that. I want to watch that show so fucking bad now.
yeah, I can't. See, I'm imagining it. I don't think about it. I'm theorising. It's probably like a Drag Race style show, but I'd literally like it to be just pissed up slags outside Weatherspoons. Me and you were there in like those proper thick old school jackets with the big fur collars
And the microphones that point forward.
and the
You got
big huge microphones. Yeah, and it's got
The
the
old
square
John
box
Motson
around it
microphone.
saying Slag Wars. Hello, welcome here to Slag Wars. We're on the sidelines.
You've joined us here in Sheffield tonight for a beautiful game of Slag Wars. Let's see, and also like the smoking area has subtly been turned into a boxing ring. Oh, mate.
We become like the Joe Rogans of Slag. These guys are brilliant.
All right, there's two things that we have to do at some point in our lives. One of them is go to Huddersfield. The other one is stand outside of Weatherspoons with giant sheepskin fucking coats on and microphones, waiting for girls to fight, and then we'll just
Probably do that in Huddersfield.
Mate, we'll just do commentary. We'll just
Two
stand
birds,
there,
one
just be
stone.
like waiting. And when the bouncers ask us what you're doing, just like, why are you standing here? It's like, oh, we're just waiting for the girls to start fighting. We're going to do commentary on it.
We'll go Huddersfield. We'll meet Sam. Sam can do like
Sam can tell us
the
where all the good-
backstage.
Sam-
He can be like, right, we're inside. We'll cut to
Sam
Sam
can
inside
show us
right
where all the
now.
slags are.
Sam could be like, right, it's kicking off inside. The bouncer's going to drag them out in a minute. I think there's going to be some slag wars outside the front right now. Over to you, Greg and Joe. We're outside right here watching it really kick off now. One girl is accusing another girl of sleeping with her brother, even though she told him not to. And it's off. We've got hair pulling. His shoe is off. Stiletto is in the eye.
Oh my
Stiletto
god! Look at the
is in
size of them
eye.
nails. Oh, she is going to make some. She's going to do some damage. This is, by the way, this is the artwork absolutely sorted. This is absolutely. I can't wait to start drawing this.
Slag Wars.
Slag Wars is my absolute favourite thing.
Before we finish up with a segment we've not done for a long time, I had one more story here, which has been sat on my All Seeing Guys podcast list for a while. But I really wanted to bring it up because I thought it was so fucking ridiculous.
Was it Prince Philip? Prince Philip has died.
A man who has been taking driving theory tests for other people. So a man who was taking driving theory tests for other people by wrapping a bandage around his head has been arrested after his scam was discovered by staff members.
What?
How do you even get away with that once, is what I want to ask.
His disguise was the bandage around his head.
Bandage around his head.
Right.
28-year-old Ismir Senec from East Ham, London, had reportedly used numerous excuses for his head injuries at several DVSA sites across the country, where he was doing tests for people who had agreed to let him do it on their behalf. His scheme eventually came to an end in Swindon, when a staff member had recognised him from a wanted appeal and contacted the police. He has since pleaded guilty in all 4 counts of fraud at the Swindon Crown Court and was given a sentence of 2 years and 4 months.
What? No way.
Yep.
I guess it's fraud, isn't it? Like,
The Judge Jason Taylor QC is quoted by the Metro as saying, "Your actions show a callous disregard for the system which is designed to ensure that only those qualified to drive safely get behind the wheel of a car. You could have had sufficient consequences both for road users and pedestrians, and therefore my public duty requires me to reflect that."
fucking hell. Hefty, mate.
However, he was not allowed to take all of his tests, as staff in Hastings recognised him after he turned up at a site in Eastbourne. God, so he's basically gone all over
Mate,
the place.
he's lad on tour, that one.
That's hilarious.
Fucking hell.
He's now received 5 convictions for 28 offences.
He's got the death penalty. He's going on the death
crazy is
coaster.
that? How nuts is that? Just like putting the like obviously he must be good at the test and pass it all the time. So people literally paying him to take it for them, and he just puts some bandages over his head. You would know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
What a weird setup, and the fact he got away with it for as long as he did. How that wasn't flagged the first time he went in.
It's like, what is it in that film, Four Lions? Have you ever seen Four Lions?
Yeah, I've got it. I used to have it.
There's the guy says that he's been buying like one of the chemicals from like a local place like over and over again. And he's like, I've been going in with disguises, and he's just been covering up his beard with his hands. Same fucking thing. He would have been better off.
Yeah.
Did the old beard cover? Was it Isma? What was that his name?
I can't remember their names. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it was a good film.
Fucking hell.
Should we wrap up with a segment that we've not done for a long time? Hopefully, we've not tried this over Skype. We've not tried this over Skype. There doesn't seem to be any delay, so I think we're okay.
I think we're all right.
We're going to bring back Wankerty Wank.
I'm on the middle six. These are my middle six.
Oh, yeah.
So, for those who do not remember Wankerty Wank,
It's been a while.
go back and educate
let's
yourself.
Let's
It
give
has
a
been a
refresh.
while. We take anything, whether it be a film, a song lyrics, a film monologue, quote, anything like that. Joe removes keywords, and then I at random pick words to fill in those blanks, and I pick those words from a website called PornMD, which shows you live streams of like people's porn searches. So you can get some random stuff there.
Oh, it's a great.
And yeah, and a randomized response. I just throw out one of these porn searches to replace one of the words of what Joe is saying. Joe, introduce what you're doing for us.
This week I will be doing the Choose Life monologue from Trainspotting.
Excellent, good call.
I'm sure.
So-
Yep, that's. I feel like it's going to be.
So I'm going to be looking at my PornMD results here. So you're still going to have to give me the nod when you were.
I'll be given.
Yeah.
There'll be a point.
Okay, yeah. Feels weird doing this over a screen. The point. I can usually still look at my phone and see you do it. Right. Okay.
I'm assuming
right,
you're
this
going to
is
have.
exciting. I'm excited. We haven't done this for a long time, so
Are
let's
you
see how
going
this goes.
to get Iggy Pop playing over in the background?
I'll probably get copyright claim for it, but I'll put something there.
If you want, I can just hum it. I just be like. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da-bum, bum.
And that is the song, right? You choose life. Choose your friends.
Was it
Fucking-
Lust for Life or something like that? I think. It's
Yeah, la la la. Da-da,
Here
la,
comes
la.
Johnny.
Gonna last for life. Gonna last for life. Choose your friends. Choose your asshole. Choose a gun. Choose your mum. Choose your bum.
I said 1, 2, 3. Said you have become a me. Said you look so
Yeah.
fine. It's not the same song, but you just.
No, that's not. That's interesting. Yeah.
Anyway,
Choose life speech from
Trainspotting.
Trainspotting. Joe, let's crack on and see where we end up.
Choose life. Choose a job. Choose a.
Fake driving instructor. That's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Seeing what we're just talking about. How weird's that?
That's coincidental.
I've never seen that before. Okay, sorry. Go again. That really threw me. That really threw me. Fake driving instructor. Wow. Sorry, start again.
Choose life. Choose a job. Choose a.
Fake driving instructor.
Choose a family. Choose a fucking big television. Choose washing machines.
Fisting.
Compact disc players and.
Big black dick.
Choose.
A cockhold cleanup.
And wondering who the fuck you are on a Sunday morning. Choose sitting on that couch, watching mind-numbing, spirit-crushing,
Asian street meat.
sticking
Hairy vintage.
in your mouth. Choose rotting away at the end of it all, pissing your last in a
Indian college girl.
nothing more than an embarrassment to the.
Group sex party.
Fucked up brats you spawned to replace.
Granny's anal.
Choose, that's a dark one. That. Choose your future. Choose.
Feet.
But why would I want to do something like that? I'm so happy that went so well.
Oh my god.
It'd be the embarrassment at the gangbang.
Cockhold cleanup.
Cuckold cleanup. I'm wondering who the
Asian
fuck you
street
are on
meat
a
was an interesting one, wasn't it? Asian street meat.
cuckold cleanup. I'm wondering who you are on a fucking Sunday.
Asian street meat took me by surprise.
Asian street meat.
Yeah,
That's a weird
I don't know
one.
what that means.
I've seen those like videos on YouTube of like Asian street food like people and making like giant portions of food.
That's what they double up as
porn.
Prostitutes. Porn.
Same as driving instructors apparently.
No, that was a lot of fun.
That was good.
I guess we can just keep doing those now.
Yeah.
But I felt a little bit rusty at points. I couldn't hear you at points. I was like, what?
No, you got it. We're all right. We all worked out. That was great.
That was wonderful.
That was fantastic.
That was joyous. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Love it. Oh, well, I guess that brings us.
That was great. That was good. I enjoyed that.
That was really good.
I say it brings us to the end of the episode. Bit of a tame episode this week. Kind of basically just using up all the leftover content I had.
That's it. And
sticking my finger in the bottom of the bowl and scooping it up.
We are fresh into fresh content.
Fresh into fresh content. And yeah, I said that was a lot of fun. Covered some interesting topics.
Very
and bored
good.
a lot of people about Chessington World of Adventures.
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Before we go, just a shout out to our long-standing listener, Tree. She is currently going through an isolation spell, and we wish her all the best. And don't kill your family or anything like that. Like it's not a good look. But you're all right. She's 4 days in. She's going to be fine. She's going to make it.
You'll be all right. You got this. It's a shame you listened to all the All-Seeing Guys already.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck, Tree. I'm
Well,
making
I
it sound like a
wouldn't
prison
recommend that for
sentence. It's like a 10-day service. Like.
Yeah, you'll be out soon. Don't worry.
Good luck on the inside.
All right, yeah, well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, as always, with another episode, and who knows what that'll be about.
Who knows, indeed.
Tell you what, we'll find out then. I have been Greg, cut cold, clean up Armstrong.
Why did you choose that one? Can I... You are aware of what a cuckold is, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, well, that's an insight into Greg for you. I've been Joe Slag Wars Jackson.
See, I knew you were going to take Slag Wars, so I didn't want to take it from you.
I had to do it.
I didn't want to take it from you, so I was like, I won't take Slag Wars because I think Joe's all over that.
Oh, mate, if you took it, I would have been right. I would have been fucking nowhere. I would have just been like, no, just end it. I've got nothing. Don't worry about it.
See you next time.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.
The All-Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All-Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @Podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.